Well, look at this pretty little woodland wildflower that is blooming in summer. It's called pointy leaf tick trefoil, and it has these beautiful little tiny pink flowers. Eventually, if they're pollinated by tiny little flying insects, they will create seeds that have little hairs, and they'll stick to your pants and your clothes or your dog. So that is what happens after the plant is pollinated. It's called trefoil because each leaf is made up of 3 leaflets. And in this species, each leaflet is pointy. So that's a perfect match for the name. The other interesting characteristic is each of the compound leaves. A compound leaf is made up of multiple leaflets, but each compound leaf comes out from the main stem in a whorl, in a circular pattern. So that's another way that you can recognize some of these trefoils. As I was looking at the leaves though, I was super excited because there's lots of little circles cut out on the leaves. What made those? Well, it just so happens that there are over 200 species of leaf cutter bees, and those bees literally cut circles with their mandibles of little chunks of leaves. They're not actually eating them. They use them to build their nests. These leafcutter bees are solitary. They don't live in hives, but the female does all the nest building work. She cuts out little circles of leaves and brings them to a cavity, a tiny little hole about the size of a pencil, and places a leaf and some pollen and nectar that she's gathered and chews and mixes up with her saliva and kind of forms it into like a little tiny biscuit, and adds that, and then another leaf, chewed up leaf, and then another biscuit. But on each biscuit, she lays an egg. And so she can have multiple eggs in a hollow stem or a tiny little tree cavity, or even if you hang up one of those insect houses that's filled with little bamboo holes, they will often use those as well. She dies shortly after laying eggs, so she's not around to see her young, but she works hard not only cutting these cute little circles out of the leaves, but provisioning her nest and future generation with pollen and nectar. It's a good reminder that even in our yards, if we see holes in our leaves, that's often a good sign that our yard is supporting some of our native insects. Remember, you can find your own outdoor elements when you visit area parks and natural areas. We'll see you soon.